Twitch does that thing. But in this buffer, do you want to explain to people what the do you want to describe your character?
Well, my character is a nameless knight that was called into this plane. Let's call it so. He didn't exist before this. By a magical artifact called the Deck of Many Things. I'm a level 4 fighter that appears in the card Knight from the deck. Yeah, I'm supposed to I'm the same sex and race as the person who drew it, and I am supposed to obey him until the rest of his life. That sums up nicely. Now, the character itself seems more like a heavy armored knight with a big spear with a broad tip into that serves for as much slashing as piercing. Other than that, there's no notable appearances. He mostly doesn't take his helmet off. Is quiet most of the time.
Ah, all right. So, you gave more description than I thought you'd be. I was expecting more of your physical description and what you'd act like and stuff. Because now I'm thinking like, well, I had a blurb, but now I have to think of like a. I'll just do it anyways, which was several years ago, you were brought forth to existence through an artifact. A roving band of adventurers had found a item known as the Deck of Many Things, and as they were flipping through the cards, as anyone who's ever gotten a deck of many things knows that a party will just flip through cards because haha randomness. You know it, Joe. You've done it.
I haven't actually.
You haven't.
No, never touched one.
Oh, dude! Every time I give everyone a deck of many things, they immediately just draw cards until something bad
I mean,
happens.
of course, and if I had one, I'd probably draw a couple times from it too. Just eh,
Not.
never got the chance.
I'm sorry. I thought I gave you one once. We've played for a long time, so my
Oh,
memory's
you might.
erased.
The problem is those kinds of items normally are hogged by Cody.
Oh well.
I think Cody had a deck of many things at a certain point.
Can't wait for Cody to watch this and start yelling at you because you said it, not me. Oh,
Oh, he might. I don't care.
all right. Anyways, you were brought to life through the deck of many things, and the party continued on their adventures. And as they eventually were fighting the evil Master Beholder, and you were being a level 4 knight, running behind cover and trying to help in the best way you could, you were probably fighting off skeletal minions and other things in the fight. Like, you weren't entirely useless, but watching them battle, that it showed you like what true power looked like. And as your master was disintegrated by one of the beams of the beholder before it was vanquished, the party, cheered their, their Pyrrhic victory, and you know, made note that the world was safe again from, whatever evil this beholder was doing. You weren't entirely sure. They really didn't share information with each other that well, and they didn't really care enough to inform you yourself. So you knew that whatever your master was doing was for the good of the world, but with him disintegrated and them not really having a way to revive him, or not trying at least, that you know of, either way, uh, they went off about their lives, going off to their various occupations, which their retirement plans, some might say. Some going off to live a hero's life in a capital, the elf returning to his forest, etc. But this left you, someone whose purpose in life was technically filled, but left you still in the world. They weren't all bad. They gave you a sack of coins, 1,000 gold. Might not seem like a lot to them, but just for you to live life, that's plenty to live a great life with little to no work. But you longed for more, didn't you?
Um, my like the nameless, like him as nameless knight. aimed for more, but not not all in the sense of grandeur. You aimed for firstly name. They didn't have a name. None of them named them. The first thing you wanted was a name. But from what he understands, people can't name themselves. It doesn't work like that. He's currently trying to discover how to gain a name. I think that would be his like quote unquote objective, because probably something that he's going to try and find out as he does things.
All right. So you you spent some time then, like traveling, on your own, just from town to town, just looking for stuff to do, trying to earn yourself a name.
Hmm. It would probably be as I go from town to town, and if anyone ever actually like use that expression with me, like earn yourself a name, uh, I would be more curious about that. Yes.
Eh. Well, we can set the scene as you've gone about your travels. You know,
Hmm.
as you walk through the muddy fields of a out of the ways town after a few nights of rain. You step past the what is the name of those things? I guess fence. Sorry, when I say wooden fence, I am talking about the wooden pillars with like two bars between, not like a nice modern fence. So
Hmm.
as you step past the wooden fence into the town, you see a few like pig farmers and people with pitchforks looking around as they watch you enter the city, their town again, village, thorp, whatever you want to call it. It's not a big place, but it's got people in it. So as you're walking through the town, you see that there's a little market square. There's people you know gathering up tomatoes and stuff to ship out to the larger towns out west. And I leave it to you. What would you like to do, Joe? You can ask if there's anything, like if you want more description. I can try and point you out there, but I think you get the idea that it's just a hamlet in the middle of nowhere.
Hmm. Um. Well, as I start entering town, like just from experience with the other adventurers, I'm like, first I need to find a place to stay. And I go to what would like one of the bigger buildings of the village to see if there was an inn of some sort.
Yeah, I mean you're well versed in the world in the sense that you can find yourself a tavern well enough. There usually are, they double as inns and everything, and you get into a little shady bar. It's got a few of the you know working folk there having a beer. They give you a dirty glance as you walk in.
Full plate, with a giant spear on my back.
I mean, why wouldn't you give a dirty glance to some random stranger looking like he comes from a barbarian movie?
I mean, that's completely fair. As I I will approach like the barkeep and ask how much for a room.
Yeah, the guy's cleaning some glasses and he just says, it's 3 copper there.
Like I look at my bag, see only gold. Put a
Well,
gold down.
I was gonna say, you've been traveling for a while, you probably got like mixed coins, but yeah, by all means, just slap a gold down. Do you want to?
I'll Yeah, I'll slap a gold down, and I'll slap the gold down and like stay with my index finger on it. And as the barkeep is going to take the coin, like I basically strain myself a bit, put strength on the coin, and ask if there are any jobs around before releasing it.
Hey, Pedro. Alright. Uh, so yeah, the guy, did you want to like intimidate with this, or are you just trying to be like you're a weird coaxing thing here, you know what I mean?
weird coaxing, really. He
Because
isn't
I could
trying to
I could
intimidate.
see the
He's just
intimidate here. You know what I mean? You've got the coin pressed down. The guy's like trying to take it. He looks up at you and you go, "Is there any jobs?" And he's like, "Oh." So yeah, the guy's sweating a bit, and not that it's hot, mind you. I'm just kidding. He's a little intimidated by you.
mhm.
And the guy's going, "No, this is there's no problems in this town." And you hear a shuffling from behind you. I mean, I assume. Let me look at your sheet again. You have a good perception, right? Like passively.
I mean, I think it's just only a +1.
It's okay. I guess give me a perception since I
Yeah, unfortunately, I splurged for diplomacy, but
no, it's all good. Give me a perception. The most important skill in the game.
yeah, this is going to go.
Joe, it's a solo campaign.
Oh,
You stupid son of a bitch. Why did you roll a 1?
I don't know. Has to die.
The first roll of the game is a nat 1, as it is for any game, it seems.
Ah, good. This is what I deserve.
Alright. So, you you don't really hear this, but like as you're looking, like you're just laser focused on the sky, and he's like he kind of leans and starts talking, and you know as you're just like kind of like in your head, you have like a monkey like tap dancing or something. You're thinking about things. You're thinking like, how can I get a name? And you're thinking about how grand your adventurers are, and how your hero died heroically, and how you might have deserved to. How maybe you deserve. I'm putting words in your mouth. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just trying to fill your mind with why you aren't hearing this. And then a chair hits you in the back of the head.
Well, the chair hits me right in the back of the head. Like,
Um, what
yeah,
is your AC, by the way? Like flat-footed here.
flat-footed, 19.
Cool. So
Total 20.
you feel a chair break against you, and it doesn't really phase you all that much. And as soon as you turn around, you see some like burly farmhand as he's holding the two ends of a broken chair, and he's slowly like he starts dropping them and backs away as he realizes it didn't phase you in the least.
I basically, like, I was kind of hunched at like, while talking with the barkeep.
Yeah.
I'll just stand my full 6 feet of height and look at this man and ask, like, what do you wish of me?
Uh. So, you sure you don't want to roll an intimidate check? What you just did?
Sure, but it's crap.
That's fine. Circumstantial bonuses. I'm just thinking, it's not every day that, yeah, look,
Oh,
Joe.
shit.
Yeah, see, circumstantial bonuses. You get a nat 20, -1, plus a million. So, as the people that were getting ready to start a bar fight with you, because unbeknownst to you, they were trying to get your attention, and they're drunk and pissed off, and they think adventurers are hoity-toity. But before they even started the brawl fight here, really, your just demeanor just kind of like gets everyone to back down, and as they're like kind of like scared of you and everything, as you press the issue, one of them will repeat that they're going, maybe he's not just some chump. Maybe he's not just some showboating asshole, and they're kind of murmuring between each other, like between their like fear of you, because now you've struck an intimidating visage to them. Now.
Um, as they literally, as I basically asked them something and they start talking about amongst themselves, I will turn back to the barkeep again, and
He's like
I will
examining that gold coin and then puts it back down when you turn to him.
uh, I will say I will stay for 3 nights. I left for 3 nights, and the rest we to cover from the chair.
Well, isn't that nice of you? Uh, I'll let you give me one more perception as I assume you walk up to your room because maybe you'll hear something important this time, and I'm praying you don't roll another one.
Oh, one. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
good.
it's not a one. It's not great, but I think you're maybe paying attention to them after they hit you with a chair. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you're walking up the stairs, you hear one of them talking about how like one of them goes, I mean, even if he did do it, he wouldn't be able to survive the night. Um. So, I mean, did you want to respond to that, or you just like the camera would be like your frame going towards and it blacks out and goes to the next scene? Like, what do you want?
Yeah, it's more the blacking out.
All right. Do you take your armor off when you sleep? I don't think you got endurance.
I do not, and also endurance. I don't think it works for heavy armor.
Yeah, it's true. Um, so you're taking your armor off to sleep. Maybe you get a bath or something because you paid Will and everything, and the guy's probably scared shitless of you, so he's probably just giving you accommodations. I mean, you gave him a gold coin, so
Mm-hmm.
um, so while you're taking your like bath in like the little tub in your room, um, again, I'm going to ask you to roll perception. You're going to get information either way. I'll let you know because I know you're rolling a lot of perception. So
Boy,
with your second nat one on perception in the last 3 minutes,
I
which you
I
were going
don't.
to hear regardless, but you don't really get any more information, was that you hear a scream coming from outside. But the problem is like as you like go to the window, like a flock of crows like blocks the visage of your window, and as you try to like look into like as you try to peer into the blackness of the night, you're just like, damn, it's dark.
So it is. Oh, hmm. My question would be, how late is it?
It's night. You look at the window, you're like, wait, is it night? And then you try to clean the window, and you're like, nope, it's night.
Okay.
There's not a star out, unfortunately for you. So, like, it's cloudy or something. Like something has made it so you just cannot see into the darkness.
I will just take my spear and go downstairs.
God, I hope you put back on your outer armor at least.
I mean, I have my clothes on.
Yeah, your clothes. Thank God. All right. Do you still have your helmet on? With like you just have like your casual clothes and then just a helmet?
Sure, why not?
All right.
Protection for the head, David.
Yeah. Just you have gauntlets, helmet, wife beater, khakis. All right.
So it's probably like helmets, gauntlets, and boots, and then the spear.
Yeah. But you just have like cloth armor on or something. I like no, dude, not your full plate unless you wanted to spend the god hour or long it would take you to put
No,
that on.
no, it's literally just put the boots on, put the gauntlets, take the spear, put the helmet, and head outside to see if I
Okay,
see you scream.
all right. Well, you head outside, and as like you go through the empty tavern at the base there, you open up the door, and it's just like pitch darkness out there. There are torches on the walls of the tavern. Like, what's that thing called? The little metal thing that holds up a torch?
Oh, lanterns,
No. Like it's I mean,
sconce.
there are lanterns of candles, I guess, but I wasn't assuming you could like go up and steal those. I'm talking about like I think they're called scones. No, that's not right. The things that
Sconces,
sconces.
right?
Yes, there are sconces. Thank you, chat. Uh, chat got it too. Thanks, Pedro. Yeah, there's two sconces by the door of torches. There's a sconce on either side of the door.
Yeah. So I just look outside, and see if I see anything on the ground, like tracks or something of the sort.
Okay,
This would still be a perception, unfortunately.
most important skill in the game.
Yeah.
Nat one, come on, nat one.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, did you really?
Yeah. Game doesn't like me.
You bend down, you put your gauntlets against the dirt, you rub it, you put it in your mouth. You're like, yes, this dirt is made of the floor here is made of floor.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's right. Another nat one.
Seeing as I literally cannot find any fault with this, I will probably sleep with more alertness than I had before.
Was there anything you
Very
wanted to
much
do to like your room to like barricade it or anything, or you're just sleeping with like your spear in your hands?
probably since I'm so strong, what I'm going to do is like, is there like what is in my room? Is it literally just bed or is it like bed, closet, chair, and
Yeah,
like
there's a bed and there's your bathtub still, I guess, and a dresser and a little candle with the little like holder of it where you put your index finger through it.
yeah. I'll probably pick up a chair and hold the door with that, and then I'd put the dresser in front of the window.
Okay. When you put like when I say dresser, like it goes underneath the window. So like, are you picking it up and then like sighting it or something? So it's like leaning on the bed at a weird angle to block the window.
Oh, just then I just probably pick up the table and put the dresser on top of it.
Okay, yeah, there's that. Okay,
Yeah, well, I'll be more how do I say this?
like it's
Mindful of this.
like it's leaning against the thing. So like if you'll hear a table fall, someone tries to fly in through the window.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
this is more to alert me than anything else.
So the next like as morning like I guess maybe like far after morning you probably had a hard time sleeping and you got to get your 6 hours in or whatever your character needs and you probably awaken to like the tavern guy like banging on the door trying to get in, you know.
Yes, you will just hear me like you just hear it like a shift of a chair and me open up the thing. I probably don't have my helmet on.
Yeah. So you open up the door and like you see the tavern guy looking at you like kind of like almost hits you because he was banging on the door the whole time. And there's a couple of people behind him, like from the lower level, like looking up to see you and everything. And he's like, "It's been is that the table? Why is the table there?"
Did you hear the scream today?
And he'll glance aside and he goes, that's normal. Our crops do that when animals eat it." And
What was
he starts
it?
looking down. He starts walking down the stairs, and halfway down he goes, "You're I need the bathtub back," and he walks all the way back down.
I will now put my like I will close the door and I will put my full plate on.
Sorry, you cut out a bit there.
I'll put my full plate on. I will fully equip myself.
Okay.
I'll put the room how it was, and I will literally put the bathtub in one shoulder and start carrying it down as I go down.
All right.
As I appear down there, I will look at the barkeeper and is like, is there anyone else in the tavern at this point?
Yeah, it looks like the Railers from last night. Although, so like some like one of them's got his like hands in his head, like not like a longing, but like hands closer to over the eyes kind of look.
Hmm. I will, as I'm coming in, like as I'm going down with the bathtub, I just look at them. Like, do any of you know of the scream that happened last night?
Uh, they all start like kind of averting their gaze and everything, but like they're between their like nose and everything. Like, why don't you give me like I know I'm making it obvious enough, but why don't you give me a sense motive here?
You,
So so it's obvious that they do know something is happening in this town, and as they're averting their eyes and everything, is there something you want to do to press the issue? Like you absolutely know your sense motive tells you that these people are lying. They're not good at it. They are but
like,
farmers.
I start approaching them. And I'm like, if I am in this village for the 3 nights I paid for, I would at least like to know what is happening. Answer me. I will not hold it against you, the little problem that we had yesterday.
Uh, is this an intimidate, or are you diplomacying in your weird way?
Should really get bruising intellect. But yes, unfortunately that is an intimidate, so
Yep.
damn it.
Nice intimidate, buddy.
You'll see once I get the extra extra traits.
Yeah. So yeah, they do kind of just keep it to themselves, really. Like, the one guy's like just like looking away from like he takes his plate of eggs and he like puts it in his lap and he turns away from me as he keeps eating, like averting gaze and everything. And the one guy that seems like he's hungover is just covering his like he just puts his head against the table and the other guy's going, no, what P said was right. It just we grow some fruit, witch's curse from 6 generations ago or something makes the pumpkin scream this time of year. Just no, nothing really important. It just it does that, and he goes to like putting his head down as he was like eating soup. Again, they're blatantly lying to you.
I do not know why you lie, but I will find someone in this village who does not. For all of your sakes, I hope I discover soon enough what the problem of this village is. I will leave through the door.
Leap through the door.
Leave.
I'll leave through the door. Joe,
And I leave!
yeah, Joe, ballerina twirls at the door. All right. Uh, Yeah, and as you leave the building, like one of them like pulls out like their like a weapon, like a short sword, and just for the viewers at home, really, and for you, Joe, as out of character, like as they pull out like a weapon against like and like he's motioning to like go after you. One of them goes, "You saw what happened with the chair. That's out of our league." And the guy stabs it in the table, and he starts crying. Um. So Joe, you're in this mud town, this mud ball of a village.
So from the buildings that look to be more equipped, like this tavern, what do I see the kind of business like local businesses that they have here?
You see that they have a tavern, they have a blacksmith's as like the bigger buildings, and the rest are like smaller, unnamed buildings, which you can only assume are where people might live. Maybe one's a granary, but you've never really known farming too well yourself, so you know. Other than that, past the fence and the muddy fields, it's just a field of wheat. Like the guy brought up pumpkins, but there aren't any.
I would probably go to the blacksmiths just to at least not fix the armor, but like just some cosmetic fixes,
Yeah, like
like the edges of the armor have become tattered.
yeah,
Just
kinks and scratches.
yep.
All right.
And while I know how to condition my weapon, I'm not very good at conditioning armor.
So
Why? I don't know why. God made me this way.
yeah. So yeah, you go to the blacksmith, and there's a big burly man there, and he raises up his goggles, and uh, yeah, I mean, yeah, you go up to him while he's like smithing something from the clanging, and he goes up to you, notices you're there. So, he stands up straight, puts the takes the tongs, puts the sword in some cooling water, raises up his goggles so you can he's seeing you eye to eye, and he'll take out a little cigar that he rolled up himself. You can tell, and he'll uh, hold it against the molten cores for a second, and put it in his mouth, and he goes, "What can I do for you, stranger?"
I was hoping you could fix some scratches in my armor.
Just some maintenance work? Yeah, that's no problem. Come sit down. So
It,
while he's straightening out your armor, like he does some tightening to make it fit better and everything, and he's putting some polish on you, and takes out some scissors and fixes some like frills and stuff. He's just doing some general maintenance work, nothing too terrible on you. I
yeah,
assume you wanted to talk to him, right?
yeah. Um, I look around at this blacksmith, just see what he makes mostly.
It just looks like swords and farming tools. I mean, he's working on your armor, so it doesn't seem like he's a stranger to that either.
Mhm. Do you know what has happened to this town?
Again, as he's like putting like a veneer on your armor, he stops for a second, pulls up his cigar, and he goes, uh, you shouldn't just go around asking people about their problems. Some people got to deal with that themselves, you know? And he puts it back in his mouth and goes to, flipping about your armor.
I understand that some people might see it as such, but it is the duty of the ones that have the power to change things to do so for the better. If we do not do that, what would we do? There's no purpose.
And yeah, there's the, blacksmith's tightening a strap. He goes, yeah, I know you adventurer types. And he kind of like puts some strain on it so it might hurt your shoulder a bit. He goes, y'all want to do something to get yourself a name, but you never think about what happens if you fail. What you upset. You want to take my advice? Once you get your armor straightened out here, why don't you just keep heading west?
I look at him, fail, I die. It is simple.
Sorry, could you talk a bit louder there, Joe?
If I fail, I die. Simple.
Ah,
Gaining a name is more important to some than others. Tell me, what has happened to this village?
um, I guess you can roll me a diplomacy, although your answer to his thing wasn't exactly something that would make him want to tell you. You know what I mean? But maybe
I
if
mean,
you
that,
your diplomacy is like really good, you said. So let's see what you got.
I mean, it's much better than most of my things.
Yeah, come on, that one.
There's one on it.
Yeah, it has A1. Um, right. So I think the guy's still gonna go with to your I die. It's simple as that. He goes, yeah, you die, you're dead. Not thinking about what happens to the people you failed, huh? And as he tightens up the last strap of your armor and pats you off, he goes, "I think we're done here."
Mhm. Well, time to make myself a target. Um, I start going around the village, David,
Mm-hmm.
literally looking for like where I heard the scream mostly.
Oh, that
Well,
was like behind the tavern, out in the fields.
yeah, like looking for tracks or something of the sort because I actually have survival training.
Okay,
I
so like
just
you head into the fields and you're gonna start looking for stuff.
yeah.
Okay, um, roll what you want and tell me what you're doing and everything, and we'll straighten that out. Like I mean, it's a wheat field, like it goes up to like your neck or something, It's
I
again,
mean,
you're for the
I
people who
will,
don't know what I mean by wheat. Neither does Joe. His character doesn't know what agriculture is really.
yeah. I mean, I will take my due time to just examine the fields, try to find something.
Ah, yeah,
Basically, I'm taking a 20 in
yeah,
perception.
yeah. I hear what you're saying when you said I'm taking some time. So a couple of hours pass as you like head through the fields, and you do find some like un, unsettling things, like the base stalk of some of the field, like rather than the golden like grain that shoots up, the base of it seems to have like a red tinge up to like the first couple of inches on a section of the field, not all of them, just this weird section, and you find a half of an earring in a ground, or at least you assume it's an earring. It might be a really weird ring. It's one of those loop things.
Hmm. Um,
And the most concerning bit that you probably find is a human fingernail, and I don't mean like the bit someone might bite off their fingernail. I mean like it's a fingernail.
yeah, I look like seeing this. Uh, my character's now like look. Basically, I'm seeing if I can see like footsteps on the dirt, on the work dirt.
No, the only human in this field other than you is that scarecrow.
Um, Now, did you say that correctly, or are you just trying to freak me out?
No, I mean it's not like it's moving or anything. It's just a thing on a. It's a someone took a a shovel stick and like a little cross. Like it's made out of a sack of flour and a pumpkin. You know what I mean? Not a
Okay,
pumpkin, but like
okay.
it's
Because
like
when you say the only other human being in this field is that scarecrow, I was like,
no,
are
no,
they
no.
fucking put
I
the woman here? It's like, come on, man.
I mean it's the thing you stick to make crows go away from your field. It's got like almost no form to it. It's made out of an empty rice sack over like wood and stuff, and like an old pair of farmer's glove and like hay and stuff. It's not. It doesn't have a pumpkin for a head. It's like what's that thing where you have like a half a fruit that's hollowed out?
Uh,
It's like its head is like an half a cantaloupe that's empty with a hat on it.
I can't remember.
I mean, you get the idea though, right?
Yeah, no, I get the idea. Well, as I basically am now confirmed that what I assume is killing of the innocent people in this village, I will. I'm trying to understand how extreme my character would be in this situation.
I mean, what do you think's happening?
This is the thing. Either like I'm trying to think if this is either they're sacrificing people to the fields for like things to grow better, or either or like they're sacrificing it to someone to do better. Like I'm not taking the witch comment that was made lightly, even
Seriously?
though
Oh, lately.
yeah,
Okay, the opposite.
yeah, because it might be a possibility. Doesn't have to be, but it might be a possibility. Then I mean, then I also think that might just be the village as a cult. It happens.
Yeah, happens. If you think it's a cult, I wouldn't go up and say, "Hey guys, I found this fingernail in the field."
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to see how straight my character would be, because I know three people that are just straight up not good people that I don't mind extracting the truth out of. Those three fellows that very kindly tried to hit me in the tavern.
Yeah,
I'll probably wait till it's more nighttime, or like the time they would be drunker, and come back to the tavern.
all right. Uh, so like you're just waiting around in the tavern for the most part, right?
I mean, I took a few hours to do
Yeah,
this.
but like it's still like dusk, you know, like lights out and everything. Like I figured you wouldn't just keep hanging around in the fields, right?
Yeah,
So you head back in the inn, and eventually they come in and like put aside like their work tools on the side as you know they hang in, and they're all giving you kind of dirty looks, but you know that you can tell they're tired from whatever work they were doing out in the fields. For the most part, they kind of like try and they pick tables from like the furthest away from you.
think
You say think.
what? Yeah, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to ask the innkeeper for the food a bit early,
All right.
eat early as they arrive.
Yeah, sure.
and then go to my room. And in my room, plan is I take out my armor, put it in a bag, and then I'm going to basically open the window and use a rope to escape without the other three noticing.
Interesting. All right, give me your
And
stealth without your armor.
+1, baby.
No ACP. You're leaving the armor in your room, or did you like, or you're
No,
just.
I'm bringing it on the bag.
I can't imagine how that doesn't also give you an armor check penalty from the noise it would make, but go ahead.
You just put the cloak in the bag also.
You know what I mean? All those moving pieces.
No, I understand. It's mostly that has like my spare clothes and my cloak, so it doesn't
It's
start
muffled.
sounding.
Yeah, it's muffled. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, like mechanically it works.
I like Pedro's idea. You put a pillow inside the bag for more dampening.
I mean, but then there's no space. It's a full play.
Yeah. All right. Let's.
So
I guess also give me a climb check as if you could fail that.
damn it.
Considering you just rolled a 4 in stealth, and it's totally possible you can fail a 5.
Oh no, climb without my armor is easy.
Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, you're fine.
I
Yeah,
put 2 points into climb and swim.
yeah. No, that's good. Oh, you didn't even need a rope for that. You just like fucking climbed out through the shutters.
I understand, but I need to come back.
Yeah, I know. You came back. You have a rope. Don't worry. Are you just leaving the rope dangling out of your window, or are you taking that with you?
I'll take that. I'll just leave the window slightly open.
Okay. So they hear like just the clinking of your armor from inside your bag, and also you rappelling down the wall as you. They just hear. And they're just inside, like, what the fuck is he doing?
I'm trying to get to the fields, David.
Yeah.
Before the hours at the scream, and probably like going to like hide in the middle of the fields and start slowly putting my armor on. Basically prepared to stay on watch.
Yeah. Are you aware how long it takes you to put your armor on by yourself?
I think it's an hour.
Yeah. So
I know, that's why I did it so early.
fair, I guess. Yeah. Um. As you head into the fields, though, I guess give me a perception because you seem to be particularly bad with that. Maybe you don't see what's happening or hear it.
Well,
No, you're fine.
ah,
You're fine. You're fine.
aha.
So as you're heading to the fields and you're like putting on pieces of your armor as you're trying to like slip it on and everything, it's like poorly put on and everything right now. Like I wouldn't even give you the bonuses for it yet. You know what I mean? Like you put on very little.
Mhm.
You can hear them heading into the fields looking for you. Like you know can hear one of them going like, is this idiot doing what I think he's doing? And they like come on and like we see one of them grab a pitchfork and you can like see it briefly in the field before it lowers down.
Wait, they lowered the pitchfork?
Yeah, they were holding it straight up so you could see it over the grain, and then it went down to their side, so you can't see where they are in the field. Like
Okay.
they were just entering the field. They're behind you somewhere.
Well, makes sense that I don't have one of the, but that would be useful right about now.
So, what you thinking of doing?
Now, I was literally thinking, is like, you know what would be great right here? A sap. You know what I don't have? A sap. Um, hmm. I'm literally seeing what I can do.
For the meantime, I'll just have you like moving through the field as they're looking for you.
Mhm.
Why don't you give me a stealth then, as they're like, you know, looking for you. So yeah, you move deeper into the field as you can like hear them like moving about and like meeting up and like have you found anything about him? It's like no, but I can kind of hear him, can't you? I mean you heard that right? Like he was hitting the outside of the wall. Like where else would he have gone? They're looking for you. So what are you doing then, Joe? What are you thinking of doing as you move deeper
Well,
into the field?
so they seem to be separating and then trying to find one. Right?
Yeah, they're like spreading and searching out, and they keep bumping into each other.
Basically, what I'm going trying to do is, if I see one of them, I'm going to I know this is a feat, but this is a feat just works better. I'm going to stranglehold one of them.
Oh, okay.
Full Splinter Cell, David.
Yeah, man. I will let you try that then. It's like you seek them out and everything. So go ahead. You find the dude. You've rolled a 20. Their CMD is 12. So you come up from behind one of them, like you put your arm around his neck and your hand over his mouth.
Hmm.
So go ahead, Joe.
I'm
You you
Yeah.
you twist the neck.
It's not the thing of twisting the neck.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
know.
trying to kill them. I'm
Yeah, I
trying
know.
to knock them unconscious.
Well, without any chloroform or real stranglehold abilities, what's your plan here? Because right now you're just holding the man in an uncomfortable position.
Well, there is one way to do it. It just won't be comfortable. Ready for this, David?
No, but go ahead.
So I'll assume they're normal farmers, so this might work.
Probably they're like CR half each or something. Like you've got some levels on these boys.
Well, I need to knock about the quickest way I know. Damn it!
you, so you hit the guy. I will let you try and like keep your mouth over him as he screams from getting hit by that. Wait, that was a miss even actually, wasn't it? For a
Yeah,
second I thought
I
that was
rolled
your damage. Oh my god. You try
no.
and you try and headbutt the guy, and as you're holding his mouth, you're like, and like your helmet bonks against the pitchfork he's holding.
Yeah, because unfortunately. Oh wait, can you? Let me go check the grapple thing.
No, I'll let you. It's more thematic than I'll like you're basically doing an attack while grappling him.
No, I know, but there's grapple rules I don't know is like who can do it. Is there some special grapple rules?
Well, what are you
Is it?
looking for? I thought you were talking about the whole keeping him quiet thing.
No, it's not the keeping him quiet. Is some I didn't remember if it's some classes or just you can deal unarmed damage while grappling.
Oh, yeah. If you have improved on arm strike, you can.
Oh, so that's with improved unarmed strike. Okay. Well, I guess then it's just me trying to headbutt this guy into unconsciousness.
Yeah, I will try and have him break out of your grapple. Though what does he have? A CMB of I two, I think. Commoner, yeah. There you go. Uh, so I rolled a 4 to try and break out a grapple.
I cannot roll below that.
Yeah, so go ahead and try and headbutt him again.
Yeah,
Yeah, that hits his AC of 10. Oh, wow, nice damage there, Joe. You
yeah.
haven't,
Plus four strength, power attack.
yeah, man. So yes, that'll do the trick. As You go up behind the guy and you put your mouth over there. You try and hit him, but you miss as like he tries to like hold you off with his pitchfork, and then you shove it out of the way and you bonk him in the back of the head, and he falls down on the ground. That was non-lethal, I assume, because you don't eat the man.
Yeah, non-lethal.
Yeah, so he's just a little comatose.
Yeah, if I was to go lethal, David, I'd start with a spear from the beginning.
Well, no, you can't. Your hands are full of him. All right, go ahead, Joe. So
Yeah.
there's an unconscious body on the ground there.
Mm-hmm. You know what they say, David. There's three of them.
Oh,
There's only one. He said there's only one way that one of them can ask for help.
no, I was about to actually answer your. You know what they say, David? I was gonna go with murder makes you stronger.
No, it's what I'm trying to do is knock two of them out, so the last one can ask for help.
Interesting. So did you? What do you do once the guy's unconscious there?
Oh, I'm not doing much to him. I'm just putting him on the side, like laid on his back. He probably just has a giant welt on his forehead.
Yeah, that's understandable. But so you just keep moving through the field.
Yeah, I just keep moving to the field, like closer to where I hear them move.
Yeah, all right. Give me a re-stealth, I guess.
Never thought as the fighter I would go full Splinter Cell on someone.
Yeah. Unfortunately, as you're slapping on more pieces of your armor, desperately trying to become somewhat armored, they can hear you and they start heading towards your direction, and they're like, "He's got Jimmy!" And they start like hustling towards your sound. So like they're not very stealthy themselves, you know.
Yeah.
So what you doing? Like you should have
Oh,
time to respond in some capacity.
I know. I'm purely just seeing because I don't have many options. Like, there's no spells or like class abilities are scarce. Uh, I'll probably what I'll do is I'll wait for one of them to literally appear. Like, I'll like wait like a bit crouched down, and as they appear from the first one to appear from the brush is going to get straight out decked in the face.
Okay,
That
so
I have some one-on-one time with the last one.
yeah, I'll let you do that. So it's like you crouch down and a guy comes out holding his shovel, and then you just like fucking uppercut him. Like you fucking had to. What's that thing called that Guile does?
Shoryuken.
Sure you can, yeah, you sure you can, the guy.
Ah, damn it.
Nah, damn it, indeed. So you jump up and try and hit him
I
as he
do
like
provoke.
backs away a little bit.
I do provoke, by the way.
Oh, so you like jump up trying to punch him and you just get a shovel to the face.
I mean, it's possible. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't have any armor on.
yeah, it's fair. What is a shovel's damage? It's a club. That's right. So a whole d6. Wow, Joe's about to take so much damage from his giant pool of health.
So as I take 3 damage, I probably block most of it with my arm.
It's actually 4 damage, by the way. I forgot to add that +1 from his massive farmer strength.
Okay.
The only stat he has that's actually no, he has con at the +1 too. Wow. Anyways, so you get a shovel to the face, but you're not really that to undeter. You took a shovel to the back, and I don't know what he's expecting as he whams you with the backhand of the shovel and holds it back, and you're just standing there after missing.
Mm-hmm.
And before you can act, his friend comes up from behind and tries to hit you with his scythe. Oh my god, Joe.
Did I get critted by a scythe?
Yeah, I should have. I should have been not. I shouldn't have GM rolled that. Sorry. You want me to take a picture?
Oh, I believe you.
I know. It's just I shouldn't have said the word scythe before the game's just like I heard scythe times 4. Don't worry, Joe. It's a commoner. You have so much health, dude.
Oh no. This one will probably go through me.
Yeah. So
20 damage.
yeah. So as he wasn't you weren't looking and he comes up from behind and flanks you and hits a scythe in you right in a vital spot. And as he
Yeah,
pulls it back, he's going, "Oh my god, did I kill him?"
Probably as like this guy just goes at me, and the side through my side, and literally like pierces me through like the back, and comes out of me. That like they literally see the point of the sight just go through me. As that happens, I quick draw my spear, and I'm going to lethally fucking bonk the guy
Did,
that stabbed
did I
me.
hear lethally, or was there a very quiet non in front of that?
Non
Oh, okay.
non-lethally.
I was gonna have the guy as he like hit you with the scythe and pulled it back, where there's all like I assume you're bleeding at this point then from your health missing.
No.
Wow, there'd be a scar from that 20 damage. Let's be real.
There probably will be. That's why I said it literally pierced me. But like
Yeah,
mechanically, I'm at
yeah.
27.
Mechanically, you're fine. Let's say like he like hit like the back end of your shirt, so it like crossed through your back. So like
Mm-hmm.
there's a big gash in your back, but it didn't do anything that's gonna like be long term.
They just see me like from my back, like the freaking spear unravels, and really, I can't catch a break.
I know you were you were one off there.
I know,
Wait, what's that -4 from?
non-lethal.
Oh, non-lethal. No, we're doing elephant in the room.
Oh yeah, I get the non-lethal thing for free.
Yeah,
13 then.
yeah.
Oh, I've been doing it like this.
That explains why you've been missing.
Um, only one, because I've been rolling twos.
It's all right, Joe. So just as you like narrowly miss the guy, you twirl around and hit him with a back end of the spear.
Hmm.
So to catch up, the guy hit you with the shovel. His friend came up, made a gash in your back, and then you twirled around and hit him with the back end of the spear, knocking him to the
Hmm.
ground. That was the scythe guy you hit.
Yeah,
All right, so it's just the shovel guy, and he's going to. I mean,
let's say.
you look fine, really, like everything. So he's going to drop his shovel and try to run away. This provokes because he's not doing any smart combat withdrawal.
Um, yeah, I most like let's bonk. Oh, that's still the -4. It's still
He,
hit.
he still put the -4 and he still hit. Um, he's
I basically try to hit him in the leg with the.
rather than doing an attack, did you mean to do a trip maneuver?
I don't think you can trap. That's why I didn't do it.
I thought you could do combat maneuvers as part of any provoked as an attack of opportunity.
Well, I'll do. Well, let's check. Might as well.
Yes, you can, and it provokes an attack of opportunity itself. But he dropped a shovel, so yeah, you didn't
Yeah,
mean to hit him. You meant to trip him, Joe. So yeah, that
yeah,
he falls to the ground as he turns around to run away. Do you want to describe how you trip him, or do
yeah,
you? Yeah, you just did. You hit him with the spear back there. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
yeah. Basically, like as I
So just so
hit
you
the.
understand, Joe, you didn't do that 7 damage. You did a trip maneuver instead.
I understand. As I hit with the flat part of the spear in the head of the other one. As this one started running, I used the backhand of the spear to sweep the leg.
Sweep
And
the leg.
yeah, I I I literally like put myself on one knee, like started looking at him, and I'm like, "Will you now answer my question? I'm not good in the ways of sovereignty. The ways our combats are. I'm more than enough to deal with you people."
So the guy's just going, "Why don't you just leave our town? You're causing problems. Don't you understand that?" You just gonna let him keep
So
talking, or I'm giving you
yeah,
a pause to let you interrupt.
I'm listening to him.
Okay, so which you then without if you're not gonna interrupt him at all, he's just like kind of being sad, crying almost in the tone. where he's just going like, "Why, why do you people keep coming to our town? Why don't you understand that we just need to be left alone? It only gets upset when there are strangers. You people are gonna cause all the problems. Every adventure that, every time one of you adventurers comes, every time we've asked you to try and get rid of it, it understands that we sent it, and it gets mad, and then someone gets hurt, and it's always one of us. It's never one of you. You people are either always cowards and you run away, and even if you die to it, it just gets more upset. What's wrong with you people? No, no. And you can give me a perception, but I know you've been rolling shit, Joe.
Yeah.
I'm, I am now rolling behind you.
Yeah.
Yes, you can see what I rolled this time.
Yeah.
Joe, you take some damage for as a scythe hits you again in the back. As a scythe hits you in the back again, making a cool X pattern in your flesh.
Mm-hmm. Neat. Who the fuck was it?
Uh, as you turn around, you just see a scythe falling, and it's just the scarecrow there. Like it wasn't there before. It's just the scarecrow is set up there, like cross and all. And the guy is trying to get away from your grapple, which, as we know, that's not really happening anytime soon, is it? Oh my god, dude, yeah, never mind. And as you're turning around, staring at the scarecrow, the guy like gets out of your grapple and crawls away a bit, and, like starts scampering up and running away.
I'm just thinking. I mean, I like
Did,
that's the thing. Like me as a player, like I might know what the monster is, but also I'm now bleeding and still with no arm.
yeah. So, which direction are you looking at? Are you like looking at the guy that's scampering away, or are you paying more attention to the behind area where you just got attacked?
I'm more attention with the behind area.
All right. And as as you're like staring at that scarecrow, you feel a shovel hit you in the back of the head, but like it kind of doesn't like it. You're you just get sort of a ringing because you're wearing enough armor that it didn't hurt you. You know what I mean? It went for another
Would
thwack rather than like a
the,
stab.
would the engineering help me understand this?
Um, no, but as you, I assume you turn around
Hmm.
to look at where that shovel came from.
Yep.
As the shovel falls to the ground and you see the scarecrow standing behind you again, well, in front of you this time.
I will try and destroy the scarecrow. Well, I didn't want to fight it now, but
So you hit the scarecrow. I guess give me your damage.
uh,
Yeah, I mean it's a piece of stick with some like yeah you cut through the cloth. I like after you cut through the cloth and it's just like a stick that your spear stabs. I'll let you like kick it and snap it in half like it's just a twig. So you have like a broken scarecrow there, and then a pitchfork flies into you, and yeah, you're taking some damage here, Joe, in the fields, and as you turn around, you see another scarecrow in like the distance.
I will basically pick up the two people I knocked out and take them out of the field.
You start like running through the field.
Yeah,
Okay. Did you want to give me a perception check?
sure.
The ever popular perception check, but so
Seven.
as I assume you like turn around to look at the stuff that's happening behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you pick up the people and start running through the field, and as you turn around, you see like a scythe that's like like spinning past you as it tries to hit you. Maybe it cuts your cheek. It didn't really hit you. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
as you turn around, you see like a couple of like of the scarecrows gathered up, and as you turn around, you you like dodge out of the way as there's a scarecrow right in front of you as you were like turning away from it.
Mm.
Hell, maybe you don't dodge out of the way. You're a big. You want to give me a bull rush instead? Just bash right through it.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. No, that's enough. So as you're turning around, looking at the scarecrows in the distance as they're like just kind of like gathering up with each other, and you see some things fall out of the air just as you turn to it, you bash through a pile of sticks and like cloth and like a watermelon. And as you like stand back up, you look down at like the destroyed remains of another scarecrow. How are you enjoying the session so far, Joe? You scared?
I'm not really scared. Like, I don't know if this is a poltergeist or some kind of weird monster. I thought it might be just a monster scarecrow. Seems like it's not.
Well, what you doing, Joe? You just gonna run all the way back?
I'm basically like going to place these two because I bought my stuff with me. I'm going to place these two like a bit away from the fields, close to the town. Lay them sitting against the house. Probably leave a pouch of 50 gold for now.
On the unconscious people?
Yeah,
Okay.
for now. Uh, make my way out of town.
You're just running away from town?
It's not completely that. I am going a couple miles out and camping.
Oh, okay.
The thing is, if I stay in town, as for their own words, I'll only cause more trouble. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to literally lick my wounds outside of town and then see if I can return to deal with the problem.
Okay.
Problem is like right now, David, like I'm no healer. I have nothing to do this with.
Yeah. So I guess that's understandable. So you book it at a town and you set up a camp.
Yeah, I mean, takes time. Healing wounds takes a lot of time, actually.
Yeah, though I'm sure you've bought a few healing potions with your money, right, Joe?
You gave me the money at the beginning, but no,
I
I'll
said you've been traveling. Feel free to buy some potions, Joe,
yeah. Let's
or a wand if you feel spicy.
no, I can't use that.
All right.
There we go. About 10 potions.
Time to use 5 potions.
And the 8 plus 1. Okay. So with that, I go up to 21 hit points out of 51.
You want to just roll like 3 of them since you're probably going to use them all.
Use 3 more. Ah, ah, my money.
Did you want to roll a fifth one, or is that good enough for you? Do you
I don't know. Sizes hurt.
do you think you have enough health to finish the adventure and heal by the time it's the next session, or do you want to play it safe? Is my question.
Well, after I sleep, I will have a total of 40 hit points. And
Um,
after I actually wear armor, I should be good.
okay.
I like being alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll roll one more.
Okay.
Okay, much better.
Yeah. 49 and 51. So you still feel a little sore, but thanks to all the magical liquids you poured over your body, you're fine.
Mhm. Can I hit? Okay, so what are the untrained checks that can give me barely anything that I can make here?
But you have crafts or something.
I have craft, yeah, craft weapon.
Yeah, you can make arrows and stuff. You could make swords like non-masterwork, or actually, I guess you could make masterwork if you were really good at it. But if you make a sword and stuff, like you'd want metal and things you probably don't have laying around. But
I meant more like knowledge checks that I didn't don't have
oh,
trained at.
knowledge checks. Yeah,
Yeah,
you could give me.
so I have
Yeah,
dungeoneering and engineering.
I guess you could give me engineering, although it's not going to get you a lot. It's more or less going to tell you what a scarecrow is. A,
Given TM.
a scarecrow is, well, it's a type of decoy or mannequin, I guess. It's often in the shape of a humanoid. It's dressed in old clothes and placed in open fields to discourage birds from disturbing and feeding on recently cast seeds and growing crops.
Yes, scarecrow. Good.
Yeah, like I said, it wasn't really
Yeah,
worth our time to check on that.
I know. I need to grasp at straws.
Yeah, because it's a scarecrow. Get
Uh,
it?
yeah, I get it. I made the joke.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm mostly thinking like because that's the thing, David. Even me myself, I'm like it could be a couple things.
Oh, it could be
I
a,
just don't know.
it could be a ton of things. You were going to head
I
back
know.
into town in the morning. Or are you staying out of town for a bit?
Staying out of town for a bit.
All right.
Also, I'm making a sap.
Yeah, it's easy enough. You like find an old discarded tree and you just like take some sandpaper and you whittle it down into a knob.
Mm-hmm. So I can knock people out.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's you're just getting a stick that's good for bludgeoning people with.
Mm-hmm.
So just a piece of wood that has some heft to it.
I I'm just trying to decide if it's a good idea to go now in the morning or if it would only react in nighttime. There's multiple ways to go about this. I'll start going towards the field.
All right. Like towards where
Fully
you were
armored.
attacked before.
Yeah, fully armored, spear out.
All right. Um, you do see some of the scarecrows moving. It's like in the distance. You know, they stand above the crops. You know.
Mhm, they're moving.
Yeah, like they're wobbling, and like one of them disappears into the underbrush. At like not like it doesn't go straight down. It falls down at like a 70-degree angle, like it fell over.
Yeah. As I start approaching, what I will try to do is, as I see one scarecrow like close to me. Okay. If I see one scarecrow like getting close to me, instead of stabbing at the scarecrow, I'm going to straight up impale the ground.
Okay,
See if that's it.
you you get close enough that you can hear that there's like people moving underneath the scarecrows and like taking them down.
Or what?
Some of the townsfolk they're actively removing the scarecrows from the field. There's like 60 of
Wait,
them in the pile from when you left them there. You know, 60 is an overstatement. Sorry, but there's like at least a dozen.
I will like they will probably hear me coming.
Yeah, you're not exactly stealthy. That is true. Um,
Yeah, I've currently like -4 and still.
That's true. I'm gonna say they are probably are distracted because they're talking to each other about like muttering and they're like their town superstitions and stuff. So actually, they probably you could give me a stealth and they probably won't hear you.
Might as well try.
Yeah.
7.
Uh, they don't hear you for a long time still. So like you're like 30 feet away from them before they like hear the clinking and there's like a woman like gasping and like a man like pulling out a pitchfork towards you. Like you can hear it like getting clumped up off the ground. Like it was embedded in there, and like a pile of dirt flings in your direction from him shaking it at you.
I stand still.
Well, there's a bunch of wheat between you and them, so it's not like you see each other yet. So are you like waiting for the guy to like approach you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, I'm trying to see what like the first person who actually comes to me.
All right. It's just some farmer you haven't seen before, and he goes, "Why? What are you still doing in town?"
I will give one last chance. I face the creature. What is it?
He goes, "There, there ain't no face in this. It just happens. You can't kill what's not there, but it can kill you. Because I mean, you're there."
I
I
see.
suppose the better way of wording it, the more spooky way of it, is you can't kill what's not there, but the rules. Oh shit! I already lost what I was gonna say. I was gonna do like a horror movie line. I'm sorry, Joe. Just ignore me. Keep going. You can't kill what's not there, but it don't know that for you. Ah, fuck it. You just keep going, Joe. The man's laying on his pitchfork, going like, "I had this."
Yeah, it's it's literally like this is the spot. I'm like, I like to be neutral evil and just burn this field down just for a second. It's like talk past this through.
I mean, that's you in your head, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I mean, I understand it's a livelihood as is people,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I look at him and it's like, leave the fields, take take the tools.
Take the two wolves.
Yeah, the tools.
Oh, the tools. You gotta talk a little bit louder. Sorry, Joe.
Oh, no worries.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm like, leave the fields, take the tools.
So yeah, the guy. I mean, the guy's not like threatening you with the pitchfork anymore. I mean, you're wearing full plate. What the fuck's he gonna do? Like, he's not stupid. So as he like lowers the pitchfork, he goes, "Look, you've experienced this. We already lost another one of our own because of you. I'm not gonna stand here and let you do it again."
I understand. Then I'm sorry to ask you, but then what are you going to do about it? You keep living here. This is no way to live. This is no future. This is merely a curse. Will exhaust you until the last of you fall. Am I wrong?
So the guy's kind of standing there staring at you. You can see him like just close his mouth and like swallow his saliva as he's like looking at you, and he's like, and he's you can kind of see his pitchfork is shaking in his hands, and he goes, I don't see what you're gonna do about it though.
I'll resist.
I'm sorry, what, I didn't hear that.
I will resist
You will resist what?
this thing, like everyone should do.
Oh, you're just saying I will resist.
Yeah, it's in the sense it is like this is the thing. It might go above the average people, but he's also speaking in a metaphorical way.
Yeah, I suppose
Like you
so.
shouldn't, yeah, you shouldn't have like the evil, like you shouldn't let evil just happen just because.
Uh,
You should at least resist it.
did you what do you want to say to him that will get him to like give you the other chance, like get him to like leave the field and like let you work?
I Like, I understand that your life is given by this field and its bounty. I I assure you I do not want any of you to die. That is specifically why I must face this thing. I want this village to have a future. Do you not want the children and the children of your children be able to move through these fields without the fear of being decapitated at night? Errant, floating sight. Or is this how you want to live for the rest of your days? Your children and their children.
That's not really a diplomacy so much as the other thing, I would say, wouldn't you?
Sure.
I'm just, I mean, I guess do you want to say it's a diplomacy? I mean, you're kind of like threatening him that if you don't do this, bad stuff will happen, right?
I mean, I'm trying to reason with him.
Is that what you? I
Because,
mean,
like,
would you say you were doing a diplomacy then?
I mean, yes, because I'm not saying, like, I'm going to do this wherever you want or not. I'm saying I'm doing this because if I don't do this, you all will just keep dying.
Yeah, thank you.
Because even if I don't, yeah.
So I was saying thank you, Pedro. You cannot kill what is not there, but the rules only apply to the one side. All right, Joe. I'll let you try diplomacy then, since you know. I guess I'm thinking it from the mentality of him that you're not really promising him anything. He doesn't think you can actually do it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But like
I'm also not
to you,
threatening
it's
him.
still like the earnest belief of yourself. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Damn it.
Yeah, it's not great, but he's a he's a commoner. He doesn't have that high of a DC. I think technically you still fail, but I'm gonna give you a bonus because like I'd say his want for hope is probably. I mean, honestly, I think I labeled it as dead, but let's say this is the one guy that believes in hope, Joe. So
Yeah, let's say that.
so he'll go, Betty, Sarah, Jimmy, let's get out of here. He starts dragging them away from the field, so you're alone. And yeah, they take the tools. Don't you worry, Joe. No more of that shit flying into you. Hopefully.
Oh, no, but we're probably just a scarecrow. I just run the sights out of here. Those hurt a lot.
All
Um,
right, Joe. Standing in the field.
I'll probably bellow like it's very much in the way of like issuing a form of challenge into the unknown. So it's basically going come at me beast this thing.
Kind of the people in town just hears you screaming, and they're just like, "That boy's gonna die. He doesn't know what's happening." So you're screaming in the
Mhm.
field, living
Yeah,
in
I'm like in the middle of the
yeah.
fields, so I'm actually not covered by the.
Oh, like you're saying like you're in a section they might have like cut down already.
Yeah,
Okay, you're making it so there's like less like hiding from them. Okay. But, I mean,
yeah.
in the
I'm trying to
meantime,
gain some visibility with
yeah,
my
yeah,
bad eyesight.
yeah. In the meantime, Joe, you're just living in the sunlight.
Hmm. I have time. I can wait. Not doing anything.
All right. Um. So I guess like it cuts to the third night. You know, your promised night as you're just like eating a ration with your visor up, and
Hmm.
as you hear like the grass rustling slightly, like you turn and you see a scarecrow like just on the outer ridge of the like just as it leaves, like it ruffled it.
Hmm.
And yeah, you hear it again on the other side of you, and you start becoming surrounded by these scarecrows. So, what do you want to do, Joe, as the scarecrows begin surrounding you? I'm not saying that you're completely surrounded yet, just that, like, the second one occurred, and you know what's happening now. Like, you know what's going to happen. If only you had all around vision, Joe, but in, like, the physical sense.
Oh yeah, the many eyes guy.
Yeah.
But what happened? Sorry, someone came in and was talking to me.
You're like eating like a piece of beef jerky with your visor up because you've just been waiting in the field the whole day, and
Yeah.
as the sun fully sets, like dusk ends, like the light of day, like the orange becomes darkness. You hear the ruffling of the grains as you're sitting in your crop circle, and you turn around and you see it like a scarecrow has just like made it to the other side, like the open end, like it's physically moving forward somehow. Like you can hear the grains getting ruffled slightly because what else are you doing? I mean, we're assuming you made a 10, Joe, because let's not kill
Yeah.
you, you know?
I'm I'm going to like take my water canteen, David.
Mm-hmm.
First thing is I'm going to like splash it like right in front, like basically splashing an arc around the scarecrow to see if it catches anything
Uh,
that I can't see.
what are you throwing at it?
No, I'm like with my canteen,
Okay.
my water canteen open. I'm like,
Water. I keep hearing war canteen. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
oh my war. Sure, I'll have a war canteen.
It's a canteen on a pole arm.
No, but yeah, it's mostly like I just make a line of water that goes against the scarecrow to see if it hits anything that shouldn't be there.
Um. So yeah, I guess as you splash water all around you, like, are you spinning to do this?
Sure.
Yeah, as you're spinning around, you note like every time you turn around and you look back on it, it's moved like a couple of inches closer. Like each scarecrow is they're just like they're slowly going just around you. Like I'd say at this point, there's probably not an exit you could make without destroying one of them. That being said, you've easily destroyed them in the past.
Yeah. I will actually do something a bit weird.
I assume at this point you're just spinning around in circles to make sure that none of them like catches you completely off guard.
Yeah, I'm going to actually, David, I'm going to look in one direction specifically, and I'm like going to count to three, and after I say three, I'll attack directly behind me.
Okay. Not necessarily three, but like your best guess from your spinning and counting and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
but
you count out in your head when you think someone's going to be there, and you attack behind you, Joe. Go ahead. You do take a no, not a penalty. There's a hover bonus because you're not actually looking at what you're fighting. So go ahead.
23.
That's a hell of a hit. Give me a 20% cover.
Always high.
That I don't did that. Did you actually roll that?
Damn.
Yeah. Okay. So
Why die?
so from like the back cam, it shows Joe's spear going through like the cross, like where the T of the scarecrow is. Joe hits in like the armpit area, just missing the scarecrow entirely. And Joe, you feel it. Does that hit you?
Yeah, it just hits
Just
me.
hits you. Joe, it feels like you're just getting hit really hard by like the actual scarecrow's body. So,
Damn it.
what do you want to do? As I'm sure you don't want to be surrounded by 9 of these things.
No, I'm going to start. I guess the plan would be bull rushing through one and preparing to start hitting.
Okay. Go ahead, man. Before they like completely surround you, like I'm sure some of them are like trying, like you feel some of them whacking you, but like you weren't full plate. You know, you're just thankful that all the tools are gone. That's a hell of a bull rush, Joe. So as you start bull rushing through the field, like there was like 14 of them, like so that the entire circle was covered, and as they were getting closer, there was some like lance. So you bull rush through like one of them and one of the spares, and as you go like into the field, another one springs up, and you just blast through that one too.
Mhm.
All right.
Basically, after that, like I will turn around and hit the first scarecrow I see.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe. Just an attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good. That's a pretty good hit considering it's an inanimate object.
Yep.
And
Oh, sorry.
10
That,
damage.
no, that's a
Oh, that's not
no, no. That's
that's
not.
an attack. Sorry, go ahead.
I thought it was damage, but I damaged it. Well, same
Yeah,
thing.
I mean, nat 120 is all you lost there, rather than the 4 plus 6. Like, either way, 10 is 10. Um, this is Joe's subtle way of making sure natural failures don't occur. Um,
Yeah, I need to take those out of the way.
yeah. So, yeah, you break another scarecrow. And then, like, again, you're looking at the field, like, you just see, like, more scarecrows springing up, like a absurd amount. Like, there's no way this town has this many scarecrows made.
How are they springing up?
They just show up when you're not looking at that direction.
I'll try again the trick of like not looking in direction for a certain amount of time and then trying to stab it.
Okay.
15.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, this time I hit.
Go ahead, do the damage.
I look back to see what I hit.
You don't even really have to look back because as you like turn the spear backwards and stab at it and slice upwards, you just see like bits of scarecrow flying over your body. And as you turn around, you see like a stick is falling to the ground, like the bottom half of the scarecrow, like as if something was lifting it up in the air.
Well, I'll try to. I guess I'll try to like spin the spear around to see if there's any resistance in that spot.
Man, it would be awesome if you had the actual whirlwind feat, wouldn't it?
It would like,
Yeah.
but also whirlwind is really expensive to get.
Yeah, I know, I feel you. So go ahead and use your thematic whirlwind. You're just cleaving really weird, that's all.
Yeah, I also don't have that.
No, sure, you have that.
It's,
um, yeah. So yeah, as you're just spinning around, like you're destroying crops and scarecrows alike, just breaking things in their path, and uh, you can see the light of the town kind of dimming as they're like, you know, you're just kind of like slowly being enveloped in darkness. I guess is the way I should word it. I feel like I should be playing some like Tarkovsky music while this is going on. It feels very Samurai Jack in my head. You know what I mean?
yeah, I just imagine like there's this and like there's this like do I see any scarecrow that for some reason seems to be keeping the distance?
No, it just seems like I mean, I guess give me an intelligence check, but really like no, not that you can tell. I'm asking
Hmm.
intelligence because it's better than your perception, right?
I mean, it's one more than that. Yeah,
Yeah. And DCs are lower when you use flat attribute DCs.
yeah. I'm just trying to think, like trying to think of what else I could do that's not just smash every fucking scarecrow I see.
It's a pretty good plan so far. You're not getting hit that much.
I'll I'll try to keep destroying scarecrows and see if I see anything change at all beyond just it's starting to get darker around me.
All right.
This is perception. David?
I'm not seeing what you rolled.
Oh, okay. I didn't see. I asked. Oh,
Oh.
there's the 20.
All right, Joe. Let's start fighting some scarecrows, I guess. So yeah, as you're fighting through the fields, Joe, I think we are going full Samurai Jack on this because of how things panned out, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So let's continue this combat, huh? So the scarecrows, again, they try and surround you as you move through the field, destroying them as you come across them. Some of them get some hits in on you, Joe.
Sure.
But until then, yeah, you want to roll to attack some scarecrows, Joe? Some pieces of twig and wood?
Sure. Well,
That's a good first roll for. At least it doesn't confirm. So scarecrows are like smashing against you as you're trying. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, scarecrows are smashing against your armor, and some of them are like hitting you hard enough that you can like feel like your body bruising against it. And as you turn around and like
hmm
break some of them, you just see that there's more and more every time you turn around.
the natural 20 perception didn't give me anything.
No, sorry, Joe. At this point of the thing, that perception wasn't going to help you.
Yeah,
Maybe I
no.
heard you wrong because I am having some issue hearing you at times. Like you seem clear right now.
Oh, just the microphone.
Yeah, it's a microphone issue. It happens.
Yeah, well,
So, Joe, you are destroying scarecrows, but you can only keep that up for so long. Like eventually, you'll pass out eventually, right? So, what's
yeah. What happens if I grab I one of the scarecrows that's coming at me? I'll grab it and I will take it out of the dirt.
okay?
And
Yeah, go ahead and give me a grapple check as you go towards one of the scarecrows and pick it up.
yeah,
You've equipped a scarecrow.
hmm. I will. I will use the scarecrow to beat another scarecrow. Well, I can.
This is some Samurai Jack stuff, then, huh? You're just running through, picking up things and using them.
I mean, yeah, I need it.
Yeah, fair enough. Um, so yeah, you break the scarecrow in your hand, and another scarecrow. You're still in the fields, Joe. Causing random pockets of destruction in the fields from your spear twirling.
hmm Uh, I've been mostly trying to get myself to the middle. I'm not trying to go too far away from there because I want to have visibility from the full field.
Okay, cool. So like you start heading back towards the middle of the field in your rampage.
Yeah, like if we look from above, David, it's probably like a circle around me now of weeds.
Yeah. Okay. So as you head back towards the center, like you're running, you're like out, like looking back and like just trying to keep your vision on the way so that the scarecrows don't like completely overrun you. You hit back to the center from like the path you twirled came from. Like you did like a U-turn at some point, and you
hmm
look back and you just see like maybe 100 scarecrows in the field. It's madness. Come on, Joe.
I will fully close my eyes and try to hit something.
We are going pretty full Samurai Jack, I guess.
I mean, I'm trying things that I can do.
Yeah, no, it's fair.
It's just that as a fighter, I have smash, hit, and grab.
Yeah, I mean you've got your wits, but yeah. Go ahead, Joe.
I mean, my wits have been used, David, which is not very good.
I feel like this is a great session to just give you like the blind sense fight, blind fight. You know what I mean?
Well, it's 50.
You do a hell of a job hitting things, though.
Yeah, I'm fighting.
Yeah, you're a fighter.
Yeah, I hit it.
Yeah. So you close your eyes, and as you let things start coming towards you, you start twirling your blade around, destroying them as they come at you. You get a few hits on. You know, that you've taken a couple of good hits from like overall the experience, Joe. But you're just tearing down, and eventually you stop seeing them. Like you stop feeling them approach you as you open your eyes, and you're just surrounded by a mountain of scarecrows. And you can still hear them ruffling in the distance, but you've literally blocked their path to you.
Huh. So they themselves do not seem to be able to, like, get off the ground.
Yeah.
I will. Hmm, I'll pick up a javelin, David.
Mm-hmm.
I will aim it right below where the one of the scarecrows that's trying to approach him is, like right to the right where the pole goes underground.
I mean, so you stab the ground.
Basically, like I'm my character's just looking at things because he doesn't know magic or undead as well. So I'm like,
Yeah, no,
is this
it's a
poor guys?
it's understandable. I
Maybe.
mean, the townspeople weren't being that helpful with you, so you you
Yeah.
stab the spear into the ground.
No, it's basically I from the freaking pile. I threw a javelin at one of them.
Oh,
Like
like into the
the
pile.
yeah. Basically, what I'm trying to do is trying to see if there's anything below them, like before. This time since they're moving
Sorry,
so much.
I thought you were saying you were putting the spear into the ground.
No, I threw a javelin into one of the ones that's moving.
Oh, like through the pile that you've made.
Yeah,
Okay, like just in it or at the ground of it.
the ground of it.
Okay, so you like snap the base of the pole is what you're saying.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Uh,
I'm
oh, sorry, that's -4 to that.
no, it's
That's
fine.
so.
It's you still hit it. It's a scarecrow. What's it gonna do?
Yeah, now want to see if it's like the last piece that's still connected to the earth is still moving.
No,
Just a second.
you right there, Joe?
Okay, I'm back.
No, it's not moving anymore. Like breaking the scarecrow seems to have just made the whole thing inert.
Hmm. Really, I'm really trying to think if there's anything that was like mass annihilation can help. Till now, it's the only thing that has done anything. And at the same time, not, because every time I kill one, five appear.
Yeah, and as you're thinking of what to do, you do just see like as you turn around, you see that there's like another dozen of them just standing on the outskirts of the pile you've made. Like they're
Yeah,
the one side that you've like been neglecting the most is just really covered with them now. But I mean, either way, I guess the question is like even if I was in your position, I wouldn't want to sleep here. You know what I mean?
no, I understand. I don't want to sleep either. I'm just
Well, I
trying.
know you didn't bring up sleep. I'm just thinking like technically you're safe as far as you can tell.
I mean, yeah, but I haven't found a solution, so safe isn't really the word.
Yeah,
It's more that I don't like. I am trying to find the root of this, but there's a good possibility that there's actually no solution for me, or at least that because the villagers were so unhelpful, I actually don't have like all the pieces that I need to actually kill all these things.
yeah. Well, as you stand around trying to think what you can do, you see that there's just
I,
a small army of them just waiting out there for you to move. What would you like
I
to do, Joe?
think what's literally going to have to do is I'm going to have to fight through the night and to see if they're like this is just me thinking.
Yeah,
If I fight through the night until it's daytime, because I remember that they don't move in daytime, I will be able to sleep while the sun's out and then fucking ask them again if they know anything about this. Because like I I don't know if they know anything about this. They just keep saying like that you can't it can't be what isn't there.
yeah.
And like they might say this, but I see a lot of things here. Just I don't see what's bringing them here.
So, do you want to fight through the night, Joe?
I guess they don't have any more choice.
I suppose so. Um, let me roll this then, just to make this fast.
That would down me.
That would, well, fortunately.
I'll drink some potions in between.
Oh, in the middle. Okay, yeah, go. That's fair. Um, all right.
That would actually save me from going down, but I would be at like 2 hit points.
No, that's fair. So you want me to describe this then?
Go ahead.
All right. So, as you kind of like brush through the destruction of a pile of wood that you've made to try and like clear yourself of the field, you start destroying the scarecrows as you just run through the fields throughout the next couple of hours. And as a few good hits begin weakening you and denting your armor, and as you feel weak, you pop open a potion and drink it as you keep bull rushing through them and taking your spear and cleaving them down. Eventually, as you're barely grasping on for breath, you see the dawn break as the one scarecrow from behind you just kind of like plops down to the ground as if it was being levitated again to hit you. You turn around and all the scarecrows, there's just hundreds of them in the field, all like facing your direction, but no longer moving.
Yeah, I'm probably like not like the armor is probably full of things, and just from inside, like from the creases of the armor, there's probably just streaks of red, where like the armor was cutting at me because of the blows. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
I will literally go in.
You don't want to do the badass like walk into town thing.
Yeah, I will. Like, yeah, I will walk into town. Like, basically, probably like close to the either the well they have or like the. I don't know if this world has the water pumps.
You know, I'll let you get a water pump. I mean, it's a mud ball of a town, but there can be a water pump for you, Joe.
I mean, it might just be a well. I don't care. I just need. I just didn't know how they were getting water.
Yes, yes. Go to the well, Joe, so that you can be well.
Yeah, I'm literally just taking off the helmet and dousing myself in water, not just fall asleep right there and cleaning it and start cleaning my wounds.
So yeah, as the towns as you go up to that and you just start cleaning your wounds, there are like some townsfolk were like leaving their town like their house. Jeez, I don't know what was wrong with my word choice there. As some of the townsfolk start leaving their homes and like going towards you, as they're like murmuring and everything's like, my God, did he fight through the entire night and stuff like that? Like they're just general like murmurs of astonishment. You know what I mean?
Uh huh.
And the one guy goes up to the guy that had the pitchfork at you earlier before you convinced him to like warm off. He goes, "You you can't be human. No one could have done that."
I knew a few could do better.
I love that your character just has to
Unfortunately,
be an edge lord right now.
no, I'm literally talking about the party who saved the world. Like
Oh,
my comparison scale is a
I
bit
might
broken
be
here.
misassociating words with you sometimes when you do that accent, then Joe.
I just said I know people who can do better.
Oh yeah, I heard completely different things. I heard, and there are few who can do better.
No, no, I'm like the exact opposite.
Yeah, exactly. I'm hearing you so wrong, Joe.
Yeah, like I'm. I look at the man and I'm like, I can only wield the spear and not adapt with magic. But if you know something about it, lore, like fables, anything about this town. That would be appreciated.
Let's see. I'm making sure I'm saying the phrase correctly. Yeah, okay. I'm using. I just wanted to double check because I've been stammering about words, and I'm like, I'm using words correctly. I is smart. Um, so the person will go. He'll explain himself, going, I, I don't. If anyone knew what this was, I don't think they're in the town anymore. And it's like a flashback kind of thing where he explains like, it happened at the beginning of the season. Just another adventurer traveling through and looking to make a name for himself, as they all tend to want to. And he just disappeared from town one night, but we found his gear in the fields. And that seemed to be the end of it. But some weeks later, some people came by hearing of an adventurer going missing, and they staked out and tried to find it. And it shows like the scarecrows appearing behind them, and they disappear. And then there was the adventurer that just like stayed in the inn, and that's when we started going missing, as it shows like one of their children like disappearing. And from there, like the town slowly realized that when there were people who were not of the town, that these creatures would become like active and start like seeking out like human life to do whatever they do with it. They're not entirely sure. In fact, you probably know more than they do when you think of your own. Like in your flashback imagery, you think of the grains and the red.
Mhm. I will ask for this.
But he'll explain that
I will ask.
he'll explain that
Yeah.
of anyone that's ever tried to solve this, we've figured that so long as no no stranger came to town, it would just be the end of it. But no one stood out in the field all night. We don't know what's going to happen now.
I will ask you this: is there anyone in this town that might have died with hatred in his heart for adventurers or outsiders?
The I guess yeah, the town's like questioning like not that we know of though. Like we all have our reasons to hate people. Like I could understand if that's all it takes. Like they all kind of hated adventurers for sticking around and doing the asinine things you did, Joe.
I fully understand, but sometimes there are those who go for their own hatred. They do rituals to curse. Curses are something unstable. That might be what it is. Might be other things. But things I've only heard about. Want to know can fully deal with it. As I said, I will try my best until the end of it. I will now rest, wake up before dawn. No, before dusk.
Yeah, no, not the next day. Tonight.
I will wake up before dusk and I will search close to the farms to check for any malpractices that might be hidden. Because all the rest, the dead that do not rest, is my main concern. They're not being able to hit by a normal sword or spear. Only magical, only of the magical sort, and those things are rare, especially in towns like these. You'll just like take a swig of water and take a breather.
Yeah, the town's just silent in awe of the fact that what you did, they're still just watching you.
Also, um, I do not know what you want to do with the scarecrows that are still standing, but let the platform broken wood stay there.
Yeah,
They cannot they cannot step on it.
they
Seems that they have to be connected to the ground.
they explain that they usually take them down and burn them, but there seems to be a god awful amount for like there would be no way that even if everyone in town pitched in that there's too many scarecrows out there.
Pick the ones that are stood on top and do what you want with them, but specifically the ones that are broken in the middle. Those ones are useful to battle them. They cannot leave the earth connected to it for some reason. It seems nothing is manipulating from below.
All right. So they kind of heed your warnings, and you just go back to the tavern and pass out, I guess.
Basically, I just put one more there, go back up.
And later, like dirt before dusk, one of them shakes you awake because you asked them to, more or less.
I'll probably go I'll probably ask the innkeeper to help me put my armor to be faster.
Yeah, they're more helpful towards you now, Joe. So yeah, there's like the scene of like some people of town like coming in and putting your armor on the suit up montage bit. Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, and before dusk, before like all of this starts again, um, I will drink my last three remaining potions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 15 plus 8 is 23. 23 full hit points. And I will go investigate around the farm before
All right.
I actually face these things again to see if I can see anything that would seem foul in this place, David.
Yeah. To save some time, Joe. Like
Yeah.
you search around and you spend like a lot of the time um getting right like you try and search for like sigils and anything else that in your travels with the adventurers that summoned you you try and emulate what they did but you don't really find anything and it's getting to the point where like the scarecrows would begin appearing again, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So what do you want to do?
I will, if there's anyone lingering, I'll tell them to go back to town.
Yeah, they'll start
And
heading they'll start heading back to
I'll,
town.
pos- I'll position myself in the middle of the pile of scrap wood in the middle of the farm.
Okay.
But basically, I take down my 8 javelins and I secure them into basically the pile to be more available to me without having to draw them.
Yeah, you're very samurai jack but so some time
Of course,
passes.
David.
Yeah, I know, I feel you. So some time passes, Joe, and you don't really see any scarecrows near you.
Okay, I keep like I'm not unsteady, but I will put one foot outside the. I'll start slowly walking outside the platform and see if they start appearing again.
I'm really seeing Samurai Jack in my head now because I'm just thinking of that face Jack makes where he's uncertain about things and then just smiles.
Oh, just the fucking. It just his eyes looking up,
Yeah, I know.
then
It's you're
he moves a certain way, and it's just a flash cut of his mouth, starting with a smirk.
yeah, like you think you've banished it. Give me a perception, Joe.
I don't think I've banished it. That's why I'm so worried.
Yeah.
Perception.
You
Yeah,
you hear a little girl's scream in the middle of the field.
I run towards it.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, as you're running towards it, you're a pretty fast guy. Shut up, Joe. I know you're in full plate. And I'm going to be a bit more optimistic here for you, Joe. I will try and hit the girl. Oh my, yeah. You know what, Joe? This will be a happier ending considering I roll like hot garbage. Um, which is good because I think a little girl's AC is like 7, so that gives you an idea of what I rolled.
Hmm.
Um,
Actually, no. They have higher AC. They're small. They have more decks. Common child is 12.
really, it's so weird.
I mean, they're smaller.
they're
They have more decks.
they're smaller. That's your only reasoning, Joe. It's way easier for me to punch a child than it is to punch a random adult.
I know, but it's the same reason why halflings are so hard to hit.
Not that I condone child punching, chat. All right, so
He does, but that's their
that's
point.
another point. Um, yeah, anyways, so yeah,
I
you come up to a little girl like on the ground, like as she's like covering something, and you see a couple of scarecrows over her, just like stationless as your stationless. What the fuck's wrong with me? Stationary, as your
looking at them.
Let me just read this line from Pedro. Did you never try to hit a child? It's hard. Thanks for your advice, Pedro. um,
I'll take that to heart and never forget that, Pedro.
yeah. So yeah, it's like she's covering something, and there's two stationary scarecrows over it. What do you do?
Well, first thing I'll do is I'll always keep her and her surroundings in my field of vision,
Okay,
and then destroy those scarecrows.
okay. So as you turn to destroy one scarecrow, and then you turn to destroy the other one, your spear like glances through nothing, and the scarecrow's like backed away.
Okay, and I try to help the little girl up.
Okay, you help her up, and she's holding like a brown bag full of clinking bottles.
Full of what?
Clinking bottles, like whiskey glasses.
Hmm. I will ask her, "Are you here, child?"
She goes, you look like you were still really hurt, so I. And she opens up the bag, and you see it's just full of like random potions. She goes, the adventurers, I collect bottles, and the adventurers that came before you, they have a lot.
I like I will like look at her. She unfortunately can't see my face because like full helmet. I will basically pick her up, envelop her, and I'm going to try and sprint towards the end of the farm
All right, yeah,
just to take her out of there.
yeah. You sprint through the farm, and it seems like there's nothing stopping you.
A- And I'm basically like while putting the sack to my side, I'm taking the little girl out of there. And then as soon as like we reach the end of the farm and I let her go, I do a 180 and put like and thrust my spear.
Yeah, you cut down some more grains, but as you're looking around, it just seems like there are scarecrows, but they're keeping like a good distance from you. Like they're like 40 feet away and stuff.
Mhm. I will start like going around to see if they are like if I keep my vision on one and start approaching him, he won't move, correct?
Yeah,
But then like and then I would destroy it and I look around and the other ones are farther away from me.
correct.
Huh.
And not just because you walk up to one of them, they're further away. They moved further away from you.
No, yeah, I understand. I look at the bag that she gave me. How many bottles are in there?
16 bottles.
How many of them look like the red liquid that I had before? Basically, the healing potions.
Yeah. About half of them.
Mm. I start looking around. I've I'm just thinking of a way to do this without ruining the rest of the field. Uh, I will now, David, start going to other places on the field and a bit far, like a bit further away from the crops themselves.
Hmm.
I will start to anchor a torch to the ground and lighting it.
Just in the middle of the field.
No, farther away, like making a circle with torches there.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, I see what you mean. Like, okay,
I'm trying to get more illumination for me.
okay, you're just illuminating the field entirely as you can.
Hmm.
Okay, sure. So about like 10 torches later, you've got a good field of vision. They're not. There aren't any like random things striking you.
My character literally will do the thing where like you sit down cross-legged and start like with the spear like in between my legs and going off with supporting itself on my shoulder. But I'm just looking at the scarecrows, thinking like doesn't matter how many I destroy, more will just show up. After fighting for them for a full night, they seem to have gave up. Like they still appear. They only started appearing when they only started appearing. I'm not looking at them, and they only started appearing when the child was here. I'll keep destroying them. Man.
All right, your kill count is considerably slower considering every time you break one, you turn around, the other ones are like another 60 feet away from their original position, further away from you.
Yeah, I fully understand, but I'm also just being more careful, try not to destroy that many crops.
Yeah, fair.
But basically, I'm doing the trick that now that I know they work, like how what they're doing things, it's easy for me to direct them places I want to hit them in. I don't really care about like the kill count. I'm more trying to pressure these things.
Okay. Um, So yeah, Joe, as you're like walking towards one of them, assuming you don't blink like a lizard, you do see it just like kind of measures itself away, like by the time you've gotten one where it's like a grand distance away, like 120 feet, you can notice that by the time that your path walking to it, it is actively just moving away from you, like by a couple of inches every time you blink.
Every time I blink.
Well, I mean, blinks don't last that long, but you mean like the in the grand total of blinking that you've made by the time you get up there, it's probably measured a foot, you know.
Hmm. I'll like you're crazy, man. I'll like stand in front of one of the scarecrows without blinking, and I'll ask, "What are you? Are you here?"
How long do you keep your eyes closed?
Keep my eyes closed for 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Jesus Christ. Okay. I mean,
I mean, I have all night.
Well, yeah. I mean, like you ask your question, it doesn't respond. You know.
Mhm. I imagine, like, and then I open my eyes finally. I look around. What happened?
I feel like you only closed your eyes for like a minute because your character was like 10 minutes, and then like a minute later, you're like, all right, I'm bored. Like, let's be real.
No, no. I mean,
No, you can close it for 10 minutes
sure.
if you want. I'm just saying, like, you open your eyes and it's like 120 feet away, just straight away from you. You know what I mean?
Hmm. I'm like my character is more now like dumbfounded. Like he expected to probably die today, and just that the scarecrows are now retreating from him while still trying to get victims is worrisome. At the same time, he's glad, because it hurts less.
Yeah. Well, Joe, you want to use your noggin? What you doing?
I will go to the hedges of the farm, like really outside of it, where they don't normally move to,
Okay, yeah. I mean,
and I
you're just
will,
actively walking over there.
yeah.
Okay.
I imagine as like I start like they start going off my vision, and when I look back, they're just all in like in the distance.
Yeah. So,
I will, as I'm looking, then I will close my eyes and like close my eyes for like 30 seconds and open again and see if they're even far away, if they leave the limits of the farm, or if
are you trying to like push them out of the farm?
it's not only that. I'm trying to see if they would go out of the farm, and I'm trying to see if
Okay.
like there's a limit and they would start gathering just at the limit.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying. I thought you were just walking there without them. You're pushing them back there with your eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Oh, okay.
see if they would either break the limit or would I'll be just stuck there.
Okay. So yeah. So you spend some time and you know slowly start pushing them all this way as you know some of them might be like out of the way, which you can't like rustle them all, but eventually you start gathering multiple of them and you close for a couple seconds and you open them and you stand up in their face again and you close again. And eventually you push them to the limits of the wheat fields outside of the farm, like past the wooden fence. And as you did you want to say any cool lines or anything here, Joe? As you stand up in front of them one last time? Or is this? I mean, it's not like anyone's going to hear you. I suppose it's for the chat. It's more for you than any town folk.
I mean, if I was doing really cool things, sure, but I'm currently what I'm doing, David. It's called scientific experimentation.
Well, I'm giving you I'm giving you this because it's good enough an answer as any, I suppose. Um,
Hmm.
as you push them one last time and you open your eyes, you see a pile of scarecrow. Like you see a scarecrow on the other side, as a small black wisp like enters the air in the night, and all of the scarecrows
Hmm.
just kind of start palming over on top of themselves.
So I saw that black wisp leave.
Yeah, you have eyes. I mean, God forbid you roll in that one perception. So I said you see it. We don't need to be in town
Okay.
forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I keep looking at it until I can't see it anymore in the night sky.
shouldn't
And
be
after like it,
shouldn't be too
yeah,
long. I mean, it's a black wisp in a cloudy night sky, right?
yeah. As as it fucking leaves finally, it's my character would like do that collapse where he falls into one knee. He's so tired, David. And you will remainder of the nighttime keep watch over the field, making sure nothing else happens.
All right. So in the morning, Joe,
Mhm.
as you kind of like awake in the middle of the field, like laying down in some wheat section, as like the crow is cawing and this the clouds have departed as you see like the sun is shining down.
Yeah.
You wake up. You're in a field, dude.
Mhm.
I mean, you have a couple of cuddle buddies, but they're not. Their expression is a little more wooden than you'd like.
Yeah, I will do the same as yesterday, but this time more to like stay awake since I don't have any wounds.
I mean, you had a nice sleep in the
Yeah.
field. I guess the water
No,
on your face to wake up, rather, right?
yeah, rather that. And I will wait until people start leaving their houses.
Yeah, they're asking you what happened.
Well, they did not seem to want to fight me. They tried to go after um child that was in the field at night,
Yeah, and the girl in question will kind of clutch to her mother's leg.
and then she get the child out, and they kept getting away from me. So I saw it. One of the scarecrows, the furthest away from me, black wisp, something never seen or experienced before, left that scarecrow, flew into the night sky. All the remaining scarecrows fell at that point. Not know if it's a permanent solution, but that thing is not here anymore.
One of them will ask, "How can you be sure?"
Can't. No, I'll be here one more night. This time I will go into the fields, and if nothing happens, I will come back. Morning after, we'll know. Fortunately, that is the only solution I have for you, for I am no holy man, or no wizard. I do not know of the arcane or of the nature of this creature. I only know it ran away from me. Either might return or not return at all.
Well, the townsfolk are still uneasy, but I suppose, yeah, I mean they're not hating you. Like I suppose it would just be you go back into the field that night, then, right, Joe?
Yeah,
Yeah, you just stand under the moonlit sky as you see a few fireflies dance in the night, Joe.
I think this is a good place to break. We can do conclusion next week
Yeah, yeah.
or
Well, no,
whenever you
I was
have time.
gonna I'm writing up a conclusion now because I wanted it to be more thematic, and then we would do whatever session two another day. You know.
I understand. I just have to go. People are calling me. That's the problem.
Okay, that's fair. I'll do the ending without you, Joe, and you
I'll
can
watch it
yeah
for a little
you'll
bit
watch
and
it and we'll start session two next time.
okay.
All right, see you, Joe.
Thank you, David. See you in a bit.
So as the nameless knight enters back into the town and the people show their cheers, some people crying, and the happiness that they're no longer under this curse, seemingly at least. But I mean, optimistically, people would tell the story that a long time ago, a nameless man entered our town, and it would show the Joe's character in his armor entering the town and fighting the scarecrows. Having fought a terrible affliction that plagued our lives, he said he was looking to make a name for himself. But the funny thing is, we never found out his. But people all over the world still tell stories of the knight Errant. And yeah, I'll tell Joe about the stuff that happens like Joe's gonna level up. He'll make some money from other stuff. Yeah, that's right, Chad. He never said his name. That's bad marketing. Yeah, very good, Pedro. Um, yeah, over the between the sessions, Joe will get some stuff, and we'll do another adventure with the Errant Knight. But until next time.